Gratitude. Incredible, overwhelming gratitude. That's what I and 102 other veterans of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam had the opportunity to experience as guests of the Blue Ridge, North Carolina chapter of the Honor Flight Network. Our fog-delayed Honor Flight took us from Asheville, North Carolina to Washington, D.C. on October 6, 2018, where we visited places associated with our military service. Since its founding in 2006, the Honor Flight Network has taken well over 300,000 veterans from hubs all over the country to our nation's capital. Each veteran has an escort, and each plane is staffed with medical personnel and counselors. Jeff Miller from Hendersonville, North Carolina, is co-founder of the organization. Miller, who owns a dry cleaning business in Hendersonville, read an article about a retired Air Force officer named Earl Morris from Springfield, Ohio, who was taking World War II veterans to visit the World War II Memorial in his small four-seater plane. Miller had an idea to scale things up by chartering a commercial jetliner. His goal was to take every World War II veteran in Henderson County to Washington. After the first flight, there was so much media attention that people from all over the country were calling to get help starting honor flights from their communities. Miller and Morris merged their two not-for-profit organizations under the banner The Honor Flight Network. For the first 10 years, most of the flights were made up of World War II vets. They still have top priority, as do veterans with terminal illnesses. But as that group diminishes, the flights have taken on more and more Korean and Vietnam veterans. This flight was the Blue Ridge chapter's first almost all Vietnam veteran flight. It was also the first time they took a Gold Star family with them. Many Vietnam veterans experienced a rough homecoming. Most came home alone, and there was no ceremony, but there were often demonstrators at the airports who turned their opposition to the war against the veterans. The country was deeply divided, and a whole generation came home with no fanfare and no thanks for their service. That's what Honor Flight is attempting to correct. As the plane taxied for takeoff and then again on landing in Washington, it was met with a water cannon salute from airport fire trucks. Many had come to cheer for and thank us for our service. This went on for the length of the terminal as regular passengers joined in. It was the first of many emotional moments to come. A convoy of buses with a police escort took us to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. We posed for a group photograph and placed wreaths to honor all those who had served and those who had given their lives for our country. We then walked to the nearby Korean War Memorial and the Vietnam Memorial, better known as the Wall. It contains the names of 58,320 killed during the war. Each Vietnam vet was given a special medallion with the inscription, "You are not forgotten." For many, it was a chance to reconnect with the memory of friends and comrades who had died far too young. Next, the buses went to the World War II Memorial, which opened in 2004. This beautiful memorial cost $197 million. All but $16 million came from private donations. Retired United States Senator and presidential candidate Bob Dole co-founded the fundraising effort. Dole, himself a disabled World War II combat veteran, makes a special effort to greet as many honor flight groups as he can. Our group had 3 World War II veterans. They were presented a commemorative medal for their service and talked about their experience, as did many of the other veterans.
And this monument, I think, really says exactly what World War II was about. Solid, a good reason for it. The large number of people that were there clapping for us was unbelievable.
Well, I think everything we saw was very impressive, especially this World War II memorial. But I had seen the Vietnam memorial once before, but it was good to see it again because the first time I saw it, the statues weren't up yet. And it was good to see that. And I looked up some names that I already looked up before, but I just wanted to look at them again, you know. But everything we've seen has been very impressive, and our thanks to Blue Ridge for doing this.
Wall was my favorite, along with the other men. Got to see my fallen comrade.
Well, my name's Kirk Clark. I'm a Vietnam vet, and I think it's been a fabulous experience. I think it's incredible that people have donated to do this for us. And in fact, I feel like now I need to donate to it so other people can come.
I am just deeply moved by the day's activities and how wonderful this whole process has been. Been very emotional at the Vietnam Memorial because obviously, you know, our age group, we have friends, classmates that we went to high school with. Their names are on that wall.
Ann and Vernon Atkins were the first Gold Star family invited on a Blue Ridge Chapter flight. Ann's son, Matt Bowler, was killed in action in Iraq in 2007.
We're so honored.
Very much so.
We can't believe it. We've had such a wonderful, wonderful day. Because
this is bucket list material, and this is something I never thought I would get to experience, and I so appreciate it. And anybody who has the opportunity, you go for it.
And these people are wonderful. I mean, they have been so understanding about the loss of our son.
On our way back to the airport, we were able to drive by many of the sites we were unable to visit because of the fog delay. Most of us knew there would be people waiting when we returned to Asheville, but I don't think we expected the outpouring of love and support that we received. The hugs and the thank yous for our service brought many to tears. For those who felt forgotten, it was a profound moment of healing. Jeff Miller is a very modest man. He always says, it's not about me, it's about the veterans and the thousands of dedicated volunteers who pay their own way to serve as escorts, and it's about those who help raise the funds to pay for these flights. The Honor Flight Network is truly special. So is Jeff Miller. His mission to take every World War II veteran in his small town to Washington led to something quite extraordinary. Jeff Miller and Earl Morris did something that changed lives and healed hearts. Their vision helped many feel respected and appreciated again. Thanks to everyone who worked so hard to make this possible. To the veterans, a heartfelt welcome home and a thank you for your service.